Hi everyone, if you're watching this, this is my submission for the best snow level contest that's going on in the LP sub forum right now. Or if you're watching this at some distant point in the future, way back in the heady days of 2016, they decided to do a winter level contest. So you pick up your favorite snow level in a game and explain why it's the best snow level in a game. And so we're going to do this. We're going to go into the mission select. I played just long enough to get to it. Hey, Cliffhanger, funny story about this. We're just going to start it here, and I'm going to talk over the narration for a moment. Funny story. So, Soap McTavish, who is the player character from the first Modern Warfare and is now your commanding officer for this mission, is played by a guy who's actually in the movie Cliffhanger. A nice random thing, I guess. But yeah, this is not the first snow mission in a Call of Duty game, because, I mean, come on, you've got all the Russian missions from the first two Call of Duty games. But Call of Duty 4 was a little absent in terms of snow levels, and so Modern Warfare 2 brings them back a couple different times. Modern Warfare 3 has a couple snow levels, mostly in Russia. This one takes place in Kazakhstan, and the idea is that we're supposed to be getting the control module from a satellite. Now, how well this works as an objective, it's just like any other Call of Duty objective. You go to a place, you pick up a thing, you kill some people along the way, and then you get out. It's the way the mission is presented that's really neat. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that in a moment, but let's start talking right now about the opening here with Soap smoking a cigar and then tossing it off as a jet flies over, which echoes the first mission in Modern Warfare, the first real mission. This is technically like the second mission of the game. And we're going to follow them along the edge here as soon as it allows us. And it's kind of neat. This is really the first time you've seen a player character from a Call of Duty game in person from a different perspective. And if you're familiar at all with Modern Warfare 2, well, wait for my go. I've never actually gotten to this point. I did not know you could walk inside of him. But if you've never played the rest of this game, you actually do take control of Soap at a certain point later on. Don't want to spoil too much of it for you. Come on. I'm waiting for it to give me the prompt. This is actually kind of neat. This is the first time in a Call of Duty game you're actually going to see, well, now, barring issues in World at War, Alright, come on, there we go. So, QuickTime or environmental events. Now watch the ice kind of fracture as you hold on. I just think that's kind of neat. So the idea here is pretty simple. Click one mouse button, then the other, and if you're using a controller, it's the shoulder buttons, the triggers. But the ice kind of, you know, goes off into the little spider webs as you climb up. It's one of those little details in a game franchise that is not really known for the little details in the world. You can't move left or right or anything like that, so you just kind of have to click, 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 click your way up. So it's not an overly complex setup here, and if you screw it up, you fall right off. And then they have these little animations at the very top.
Good luck, mate. I'll see you on the far side.
What I just did there was I swung it by hitting the E button, because this does serve as a melee attack. You don't really get to use it as such because there's no way to. Let's make the jump. And yeah, predictably, it's a Call of Duty game, a level called Cliffhanger. You're going to have some issues. And once again, echoing the very first mission in Call of Duty 4, with your CO saving your ass as you're about to fall to a certain death. Once, you know, it's not that they're ripping themselves off. I mean, they would do that plenty in the future with games like Ghosts and such, where they reused animations. But they're kind of reminding you, you know, this is the Call of Duty game. This is going to have some stuff in it.
You should be able to see me on the scope. That blue dot is me. Any unrecognized contacts will show up as white dots.
So this is where we start getting into the snow mission thing and why I think this is actually a really good snow mission.
Let's take this nice and slow. There's the one on the left. On three. 1, 2, 3. Nicely done.
This heartbeat sensor here doesn't seem very useful right now, but in a moment it will be, and it works similar to, say, the sensor, the motion sensor in Aliens, or Alien actually. And just at the moment it looks like it's whatever.
Same plan. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
I've never seen them react like that. You usually can get pretty fucking close to them. There's weapons on the ground, but I have a secondary here that's got a knife.
Storm is brewing up.
But this is the part where it gets kind of neat. The storm comes in. And so the heartbeat sensor actually becomes really fucking useful because you suddenly have this really low visibility situation. You can use this to sort of sneak around people, pick them off on left and right as you go.
I'll use a thermal scope and provide overwatch from this ridge.
Now, the reason I like this
Storm to enter the base.
is partially because, well, let's face it, in just about any other video game, especially Call of Duty's, all they do is just hand you a thermal scoped gun or something like that, like the one Soap's using, and tell you to go to town. In this game, it's a little bit more, intense. Now, this isn't difficult by any stretch of the imagination. I don't want to give the impression off that I'm saying this is hard.
He's mine.
You can actually steal some of those kills from him. I've also, because of the way the controls are set up by default, and I haven't really edited the controls at all, I've also thrown grenades at people who were just standing completely dead still when I was trying to stab them, because grenades bound to middle mouse for some bizarre fucking reason. I like that little animation. So what we're going to do is we're going to work our way through these areas here. But this is a nice introductory mission. It throws a lot of different stuff at you. It ends really well.
There's a truck coming. Stay out of sight.
Sort of the things that's kind of the things I like about it. Now,
Good kill.
the fact that it uses the snow effects and all this other stuff is actually really fantastic. And why it's really one of the better snow levels in Call of Duty games. Because usually, a Call of Duty game that has a snow level, it's generally just there to be background information or background stuff. But in this, it's really the most important part of it because you otherwise have no reason to use the heartbeat sensor, and this becomes a little bit more difficult. It becomes not only difficult because these guys will be able to see you much easier.
I've got him.
Nope. Aw. I tried to kill Steel there. Didn't work out.
Approach the fueling station's near the northeast corner of the runway.
So I don't need to be crouching here. But I just think of this in terms of, you know, you talk about the difficulties of, say, a Splinter Cell game where you just have a guy with a thermal scope or a thermal sight or whatever, thermal goggles.
Seeing some activity on the runway.
No, just keep running.
20+ foot mobiles headed your way. That's the fueling station. You found it.
Now, if you just stick back there, these guys start walking towards you. That's really a pressure thing,
Traffic about the satellite. Stand by.
just to keep you moving, because you don't want to be in the middle of this fight.
Sounds like the satellite's in the far hangar.
There's that truck he was mentioning earlier, going around. Oh, hi guys. I really should be paying more attention to what's going on here. But once again, yeah, this is just a very interesting way of handling a snow mission, especially in a franchise that is not really known for its innovation. That was a really bad idea right there. But as long as I don't get spotted, I should be just fine. You have to go around the front here. Now, you can screw this up. You can actually get caught, get seen, have bodies found, all this other stuff if you're not very careful. That is not an automatic end to the mission, which I think is also a very good thing for a sneaking mission.
Let's go.
Just because, well, frankly, it kind of sucks whenever you go into a level and it just automatically ends because you get caught, especially in a game like the Call of Duty game, where, well, it's not a stealth game. The mechanics aren't built around stealth. You just got got. And so it doesn't make any sense to force the player to work in that regard. If they give them a scenario where they can benefit from having, you know, a cover like the snow cover and everything like that, that's fantastic. But don't make players fail it because they didn't play it exactly how you wanted them to. Especially in a game like this, like I said.
Compromised. Keep a low profile and hold your fire.
And so this is where the game goes full Call of Duty mode. And it's actually pretty fucking glorious. It's really well done, and it ends perfectly. It ends with actually more winter goodness. 3, come on. This is the slowest countdown I've ever seen in my life. I like to try to do it at the last second, because then, you know, Soap gets shot at, but whatever. Actually, if it gets to the end of the countdown, I believe Soap just automatically dies. So...
Stay close and hug the wall. We use the mates for cover and cross the tarmac to the southeast.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget. I don't know why, having played other Call of Duty games, especially recently, the weird control setup that they put in is just so bizarre. It's not even the control setup that... Alright. It's not even like the control setup you'd expect from a Call of Duty game, playing Call of Duty 4 or anything like that. They changed it completely for Modern Warfare 2, which is bizarre because, well, frankly, they didn't change enough to really warrant that sort of thing. And snowmobiles. So this is why it's a great snow level 2. Snowmobiles, I mean, you don't ski off the mountain and open up a British flag parachute, but you get pretty fucking close. And just a neat little shooting section. It's nothing major. It's not going to really cause you any problems unless you're playing on a higher difficulty level. It's just kind of neat to have little, you know, cover me, shoot this guy sections here. And he's made it, so we can run over there. And we get to do a little sliding. I mean, this is why it's a great winter level. You get to slide down stuff. Whee! And then shoot man. My only regret is that when you shoot them, they don't slide down too. Huh. I usually miss that because I always thought it's that guy. There we go. And snowmobile time. Now this sequence is ripped straight out of Die Hard 2. So another wonderful winter / Christmas movie, because you get G-18 shooting people off snowmobiles. Snowmobiles fly around. You can hit trees like a Kennedy, and you know, just overall good times. It actually, whoa, there's also a hind, and I just fit between those two trees like a fucking baller. And what it really does is adds a little bit of fun to the very end of the mission. Oh boy, I usually don't drive into the trees. I'm very surprised I survived that shit. You can run people over with the snowmobile. You can't reload that gun, by the way, unless you run out of ammo for it. But I think every time you put it away, it reloads or something. Oh, that's Soap. Yeah, I probably don't want to shoot Soap. He's like a friend or something. But you can't really control the gun where it's shooting or anything like that, so you just kind of have to live with it. Anyways, yeah, it's very reminiscent of the second Die Hard film in that you're firing a machine pistol at people while driving a snowmobile, sometimes ineffectually. And then just this really cool little section here. They actually repurposed this shit for a Spec Ops mission, which was like the 2-player co-op missions that were in the game. I cannot believe I made that. I usually stick to one of the sides. But yeah, explosions and shit when you come over, it's awesome. And yeah, I mean, that is essentially it. It's probably the best snow level in a Call of Duty game. It's a pretty fantastic snow level on its own. So yeah, it's gotta be up there, I think. You know, that's why I decided to do this. I could have picked a lot of different levels, I guess.
Force 141.
Maybe, I don't know. Probably could have picked a lot of different things, and I still think this is probably the best one I can remember off the top of my head in terms of snow levels. So, please consider me. I don't even know what the prizes are for this contest. I just saw that there was one. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and you know, make your own videos and such. Bye. Wait, bye.